What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all check in and let me know where y'all coming in from. We got a hell of a live for you guys right now, man. We got a hell of a live. Hell of a live. What a crazy game. What a crazy, crazy game we just saw. I'm just sending out the notifications. Make sure y'all check in and let us know where you're coming in from. We got a hell of a live in store for you guys right now. Just sending out the notifications, making sure everybody is on point. Let me just do that right quick. Okay. All right. Let me see. Make sure y'all check in and let me know where y'all are coming in from. Make sure y'all check in and let me know where y'all are coming in from. Boy, oh boy, do we have a game for you guys. I'm actually trying to see the Steph saving Braun. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Florida. Curry, baby, goat. Curry show, baby. Goat. Yeah, Stephen Curry was a monster. I think he finished that game with 35 points. I think I'm trying to actually find a box score. And let me see if I can find a box score. I think I got it here. Make sure y'all check in. Let's give it another 2 minutes or so. Let's give it like another 2 minutes. Make sure we got to land in the house. Memphis, Jamaica. I see you. 36 points. Okay. Even better. I'm just trying to pull up the box score while everybody comes on in. Shout out to Long Island. Shout out to India. Where else we got? Look, Captain America. I see you. Where else we got? Where else we got? Let me see. Just a second here. Let me just see this. While everybody catch up to the live. Okay, where else? Who else we got? Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn in the house. Where else we got? LA. I see you. Shout out to LA. Let me see the box score. Yeah, I can't find the box score right now. I don't know where to get the box score. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find the box score. Okay. Shout out to Serbia. Shout out to Serbia, man. Let's give it like another 30 seconds. What does this person say? Shout out to Curry, Jokic, and Bogdanovic. Yep, France will win gold. We shall definitely see. Shout out to Zurich, Switzerland. I see you out there in Switzerland. Bahamas, East LA. Shout out to East LA. Let me see. Okay, so let's get into this game. Let's get into this game. If you guys were following the channel, I was basically live. No. I treated the community section of the channel like Twitter. So people were like, bro, wait till the game is over. Wait till the game is over. And I'm not active on Twitter. So I'm like, this is the best place to share my reaction. So I'm gonna just post this on community where I know people are gonna be reacting to the game or whatever. So I was communicating on the channel. Going into this game, if I was honest with you, I thought that Team USA was going to win this game going into this game. I actually think that they're going to win this entire tournament. But I remember Brian Windhorst of ESPN saying that he thinks the biggest threat to the United States is going to be Serbia, right? He kept on talking about Serbia. And I didn't pay so much attention to Serbia. USA had already played Serbia early in the tournament, so I didn't think much of it. But apparently Brian Windhorst, who's in Paris, following these games closely, he has much more insight on it than we do. And I even saw a video or a show of Draymond Green responding to Brian Windhorst by basically saying he doesn't believe Serbia is going to be a threat. Well, folks, it looks like Draymond Green was wrong. For those of you who didn't see the game, let me tell y'all what happened. From the tip-off of the game, and I think Stephen Curry had the open range shot to kick off the game for the United States. From the tip-off of that game, if you were watching it, I immediately noticed the defensive tenacity and energy that Serbia came out with immediately to start the game. Immediately, not giving guys a clean look. And I think that USA was caught off guard by the energy and the ferocity that Serbia was playing with. And I think it kind of threw them off their game, because I think what Team USA wanted to do was come out of the game and then blitz Serbia and then basically hit them with a flurry, have guys making shots, and then all of a sudden it will take it will demoralize them, and then USA will be able to build a lead. The second thing I noticed was Serbia was hitting his 3-point shots. I think Bogdanovic, he must have hit at least 3 or 4 3-point shots. I was absolutely stunned by the amount of threes that Serbia was hitting. And as I was watching the game, I'm just trying to pull up the box score. Let me see if I can find the box score. Let me see if I can find the box score. It's a little bit hard. Let me see. Can I find the box score here? Because if I can find it, I can tell you what the box score is. I can't find it. I'm searching all over the place. But Serbia was hitting a lot of his threes. And essentially what Serbia did was what the USA team had been doing to all of its competition. Basically, USA, the difference between the USA and every other team in this tournament is not even necessarily the players. It's the ability of Team USA to hit threes. Okay, somebody said it's on ESPN. Let me open up the app here. I'm actually doing live, so I don't want to. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Oh no, my son. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm trying to find the box score. Let me see. English. I actually haven't logged into you. Let me see. Finish. Okay. I'm just trying to find the box score here because I can't find it. But I want to know anyway while that pulls up. So Serbia started hit. Okay, I think I got it right here. Let me see. Serbia, USA 95. Oh, they want me to pay. They want me to pay to look at a box score. Nah, they can kick rocks. Anyway, I was watching that game and Serbia was hitting a lot of threes in that first half, right? A lot of threes. And I think USA wasn't ready for it. I think Team USA's number one advantage has been their 3-point shooting. Okay, I got the score here. I got the box score here. So let me see the full box score. So let's look at it here. Box score. USA beat Serbia 95-91. LeBron James played. LeBron scored 16. Joel Embiid, who I'm going to get to a little bit later, had 19. Devin Booker had 6. Drew Holiday had 3. Stephen Curry had 36. But I think LeBron had a triple-double. I think that's the third time that has happened in the Olympic competition. For Serbia, they had Nikola Jokic had 17 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds. Bogdanovic had 20 points. He hit 3 out of his 10 threes, but Serbia hit 15 3-point shots. 15. If you go back and look at any game that the United States has played in this tournament, any game that USA has won, they have won it off of the strength of them being able to hit threes and basically throw a barrage of threes at their opponents. You have never seen a 3-point differential in terms of makes of just one. Serbia made 15. USA made 16. 16. Just one more 3. If Serbia made 2 more threes, they would have won the game if USA misses 1. And I think that's been USA's strategy all throughout this tournament. They put an emphasis on shooting threes, and most of these games, they've been able to hit threes. But in this particular game versus Serbia, Serbia basically gave the United States a bit of their own medicine. And if a team can show, number one, that they have the ability to hit threes, they can be competitive with the USA in this tournament. That's number one. Number two, if a team has enough length and size, the USA team did not have an advantage of size or length on this particular team. If you were listening to the game and you were listening to the commentators, they were saying that USA had been bothered by a lot of the length and the size, and a lot of the size from Serbia. They were playing against a very big and tall team. When Nikola Jokic, I think they had another 6'11" guy or 7-footer out there. So guys were actually playing big, and they were playing with a lot of physicality. So USA couldn't out-physical Serbia. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. As a matter of fact, if you watch the game, Serbia was the one that was picking up a lot of hard fouls on USA, bodying them up because I think they wanted them to make it a physical game. So that's the first thing. Let's talk about the heroes of the game. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry was the single reason that Team USA survived this game. If I had to give it in terms of a percentage, the three most important players for Team USA, and I posted it on the comments, was Stephen Curry, Joel Embiid, and LeBron James. If I had to apportion it by like who deserved the most, I would say Stephen Curry gets 70% of the credit. 70. I would say Joel Embiid and LeBron probably get the remaining 15-15. Why do I say that? The reason I say that is when Serbia was hitting all of those threes in the first half with Bogdanovic and all of these guys were hitting threes, the only person for Team USA that was actually hitting threes to keep Team USA in the game was Stephen Curry. There was no other player. That's why Curry scored the majority of his points in the first half. I think Stephen Curry scored, 29 or 27 of his points in the first half? 29 or 27 in the first half. If Curry doesn't hit those threes that he did in that first half, Team USA, they lose. They lose that game. Stephen Curry hit, how many threes did he hit? He hit 9 3-point shots. Stephen Curry by himself had more 3-point shots than the rest of his teammates combined. Stephen Curry hit 9 3-pointers, which is two more than what the rest of his team hit as a team. So if Curry doesn't hit those shots, USA it's a blowout. So I'm going to give the lion's share of the credit to Stephen Curry. The second person I'm going to give credit to is Joel Embiid. Okay, we got to give credit to Joel Embiid. Kevin Durant was scoreless, I think, in the first 3 quarters. I was expecting him to be the X factor for the USA. He wasn't. He probably wasn't in the flow of the game. But we got to give some credit to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has been on this kind of seesaw all throughout these Olympics. One game he plays, the next game he doesn't play, right? You've had people like Charles Barkley come out there and say they're upset with Joel Embiid because he's out of weight. He's overweight and all of those different things. But Joel Embiid knew that this was going to be a very, very important game for Team USA. And he knew he needed to be a serious difference maker in that second half against the bigs of Serbia in order to give Team USA a fighting chance. And that's exactly what he did. He did it with his play. He did it with his activity around the rim. He hit a big dunk, I think, going into the first half to kind of get himself going. Going into the second half to get himself going, get his teammates fired up. He was doing a lot of emotional chanting for his team. He was the emotional leader for USA. Joel Embiid was the emotional leader if you watch the game. He was the one beating his chest, pounding on his chest. Even when they were down 14, he was still beating on his chest, screaming and hollering and doing all of that for Team USA. So major props to Joel Embiid. Then LeBron James, he got what I would describe some very, very timely buckets. He didn't score a ton of points. LeBron finished the game with 16 points. But he got a lot of timely buckets. When Curry hit a 3, LeBron came back, hit a layup, made it up from a 3-point game to a 5-point game. He hit a lot of shots that were momentum-shifting shots where if he misses it, Serbia's back in the game. But if he makes it, he swings the momentum of the game. So he made some timely game-winning buckets at various points throughout the game, but especially in the second half, to ensure that Team USA was competitive. Because in the first half, nobody was doing anything for USA with the exception of Stephen Curry. That's why Stephen Curry is the MVP of this game. Now, I know you can go look at the box score and read, oh, well, LeBron has 16 points, 10 assists, 12 rebounds. If you just read the box score, you'd be like, man, that's incredible. But if you watch the game, if you saw the game, you will know that USA gets blown off the court if Stephen Curry does not hit those 9 3-point shots. So to me, this was an excellent win for America. I think America needed to be tested. I think they needed to be tested. And another thought I had walking away from this game was this. If you look at Serbia only has one NBA All-Star on that roster. One. Serbia only has one NBA MVP on that roster. One. But what they showed you is if you play within a system where you're running plays, playing smart basketball, no hero ball, playing within yourself, you can actually be a very competitive basketball team. Serbia was a very well-coached team. I also have a nugget of information for you guys, because I know some people, maybe Gilbert Arenas and all of these guys, are going to make it a bigger deal than this win actually was. It was a good win for USA, but the current trajectory of where USA basketball is going, I think maybe in the next 1 or 2 Olympics is going to be very, very difficult for USA to win these Olympics, and I'm going to tell you why. Shout out to Charles. Great content as always. LeBum and friends dodge a bullet. Serbia choke hands down. Shout out to me, Bell, for a long-time support of the channel. Shout out to you, man. Here's why I say that. If Serbia had just 2 other all-star players that were Serbian, forget about American, Serbian, there were all-star players in the NBA, I think they win that game. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because if you look at the box score, let's look at how many minutes Nikola Jokic played. Nikola Jokic played, I believe, 30-something minutes in that game? He played, let me see. Nikola Jokic played, let me get the box score. He played, I just pressed something and it went away. I think he played close to 35, 36 minutes in that game. Nikola Jokic played, let me see. He played, let me see how many minutes. 38 minutes. 38 minutes in a 40-minute game. In a 40-minute game, he played 38 minutes. Why am I saying that? It means that Serbia was so heavily reliant upon Nikola Jokic that if they took him out of the game for, I don't know, 7-8 minutes, it would have been a blow. It would have probably been a blowout. But if Serbia had the talent of maybe, let's say, another Anthony Davis and one Devin Booker, they beat USA. They beat USA easily. Because when it comes down to execution, they execute better than USA. What USA has is more talented individual players. So they have great one-on-one players. Stephen Curry is a great one-on-one player. Kevin Durant is a great one-on-one player. You can give them the ball, and they can make something happen for you. Serbia doesn't have a lot of that. But if they have it, or if they have that, I don't think these things are going to be it. Because, and I'll tell you why. If they're saying that this USA team is on par with the Dream Team, who I forget what beating teams, I forgot what they were beating teams by, and they just squeaked by Serbia. They just squeaked past them. You can't watch this game and be beating your chest like, bro, we did. No, you 1 or 2 threes go the other way. The game, the result is different. So to me, man, I think this is a good message to the USA American players to wake up. If there are going to be any future basketball players watching this live, y'all need to take this thing very, very seriously. Very, very seriously. USA is about to go play France. USA will be playing France in the finals. France has Rudy Gobert. I forgot who they have on their roster. They have Rudy Gobert. They have Victor Wembanyama. They must have some other players that I don't know. But France is going to be a whole nother challenge within itself. A whole nother challenge. Referee's true MVP for USA today. Appreciate the super chat. Shout out to you. Okay, Batum. Yeah, I know Batum plays for that team. I don't know who the other French players are. I know Nicolas Batum plays there. Okay, Rudy has okay, so I know they got some players there. To me, moving forward, I still think USA is going to win this tournament. I still think USA is going to win the tournament, and I think that they should be favored, heavily favored, going into the Olympics finals game. After beating them twice by a lot, Serbia had made better adjustments. If we randomly played them again in 2 days, how do you think the game goes? Appreciate the super chat, Ryan. I think it comes down to 3-point shooting. If I'm being honest with you, I don't remember that. I don't remember the box score in the first game that USA played against Serbia. But if I go back and see that box score, I am 100% certain that USA made at least 6 or 7 more 3-point shots than Serbia. USA's number one strength these Olympics has been its ability to hit 3-point shots. Let me see. 3-pointers changed the game. It's an entirely different sport with shot variance. So comparing margins isn't fair, in my opinion. LeBron, Steph, KD scored last 13. Appreciate the super chat. So to me, look, going into the finals game, I think USA is going to win that game. Although I think it's important to state I have not watched any single game that France has played. So I'm just going based off of what I've seen from USA, the roster that they have. That's why I'm making my decision. It's not because I watched France play or anything like that. Right now, I was pretty surprised to see France eliminate Canada because I thought Canada was going to be the team that got to the finals. I mean, to the Olympic gold match. So I thought it would have been Canada, but for France to beat them, I think that France is obviously going to be formidable. I think it also says something about Victor Wembanyama, right? Now that y'all are here. I appreciate you guys. Let's try to get these likes up to 300 likes. Try to get the likes up to 300 likes. Now that we're talking about France, let's talk about Victor Wembanyama for a few minutes. Victor Wembanyama, you can already see is becoming a special player. As we speak, this guy's in his second year. No, what am I saying? His second year. In his first year. This dude is in his first year in the NBA. First year. He just came off his rookie season. He's not even a sophomore yet. And he's already helping to take his team to the Olympic gold medal game. That's impressive. That is very, very, very impressive. Given the fact, if you look at his age and his experience, his team is already in the Olympic finals. Giannis, Greece is gone. I forgot the country that Luka Doncic plays for. They're gone. But Victor Wembanyama is still standing tall. So to me, I think that there are a few things here. What are going to be the storylines in the Olympic gold medal game? Slovenia. Okay. Thanks. If USA wins, people are going to say this is one of the best teams of all time. Are they the dream team? Hell no. Like, let's not be stupid. They're not the dream team. They're not the dream team. The players on the dream team are better than these players, so they're not the dream team. Anybody telling you otherwise is not serious. They're not the dream team. The best players on the dream team, their average age was younger than these players. Younger. They had a lot more guys in their 20s. When they talk about old, they're talking about Larry Bird, who I think was like 33, 34. Magic Johnson was like 32. Michael Jordan was like 27. Charles Barkley, I think, was like 26, 28, or 29, on one of those ages. Scottie Pippen was in his 20s. I think who else was on that team? Christian Laettner, he was young. David Robinson, I forgot his age. They were a young team. Okay, Bird was 35. So if I look at those players on that roster, in their primes, they're better than these players on the Olympic roster, on this 2024 roster. So if this team wins, I think that is going to be a good a narrative for them, but they're nowhere near better than the Dream Team, because the Dream Team had better players, period. I could see if you said the 08 team, or maybe if you wanted to bring the 2012 team, yeah, I could probably listen to you then, because the 2008 team is better than this team. And the 2012 team is better than this team. The 2024 team is not better than the 08 team. It is not better than the 2012 team at all. Even LeBron fans with some damn sense to tell you that. No LeBron fan, unless you're a flagrant idiot, would say that this version of LeBron is better than the 2012 version of LeBron. Or the 2000, only an idiot would say that. LeBron was like 10 years younger. So to me, the Dream Team is way better than this team. Charles Barkley is better than a lot of these dudes on this team. David Robinson is a better big man than Anthony Davis. He is. He's a better big man. They also had Karl Malone on that team. Do y'all had Karl Malone? You know Karl Malone? The third all-time greatest scorer. You know Karl Malone? Mr. Pick and Roll, the mailman. They had Karl Malone. They had Scottie Pippen, one of the best two-way players, perimeter players ever. They had Patrick Ewing. Most importantly, they had Michael Jordan, which is the difference in all of this. They had MJ. And MJ's better than any of these players we're mentioning. And you're talking about a 27-year-old Michael Jordan. Who you going to bring? Anthony Edwards? Who y'all going to bring? Who on this team, on this current roster, is even in the same universe as a 27-year-old Michael Jordan? Who? Name the player. Type him in the chat. What player on Team USA's roster right now is even, 29, is even close to the level of my... Type it in the chat. Who? Somebody said Embiid. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid. Like, stop playing with me. Nobody. So if that team clearly had the better play, somebody said, Anthony, okay, we got some trolls in the comment. Somebody said, bro, stop talking. It must not be me because you watching this live, so I don't know how I'm going to stop talking. You mean you better stop watching. How you going to tell me to stop talking, but you watching me live? Why don't you stop watching? Am I forcing you to watch? What's going on? Anyway, so to me, man, I think USA is going to win this Olympics. I think if they win, I think it's going to be a good send-off for LeBron James. This will be his last Olympics. I don't see LeBron playing in any other Olympics again after this one. And I also think that if France wins, I think that it will be a major narrative piece for Victor Wembanyama